Hello friends, good evening. Brandy here. I hope you are doing really well. I am feeling awesome today, and I'll tell you about that in a moment, but wanted to remind you that we are doing 30 days of wellness and connection together, and this is day 5. And today I want to talk to you about selfless service. So I have been I've just had this overwhelming gratitude in my heart today for the soldiers who have committed selflessly to serving our country, with their commitment, the risk, the sacrifice that they have made. So I've been on the verge of tears all day because it's feeling much deeper for me this year for some reason. And I wanted to do something with this. So I put up a post, a picture of my husband, who was a Marine. He went into the service right out of high school. So I think he was 19 when he graduated from boot camp and served, I think, for 4 years in the Marine Corps. And he's really, really proud of his time there. And I can tell whenever we're talking at the dinner table or something, whenever we bring up his time in the service, I can just see him light up. So it did mean a lot to him when I put up a post about him. So that felt really good to me too. I also reached out to a few friends on Facebook and reconnected with them. That filled me up. And then I reached out to my neighbor who, it must have been like 6 years ago. So she was deployed for over a year. She was gone from her young daughter and her husband to serve our country. And I remember being so touched back then and just putting myself in her place. Like, I could never do that. I was, so connected with my son. I couldn't imagine losing him for any amount of time to serve the country, and yet she had a love just as great. So that is just amazing. So I thanked her for her service, and I gave her 2 dozen eggs that I scored at my CSA from another wonderful friend who is out of town, and she offered those to me graciously. So I am just over the top filled with love today. And I'm going to get teary-eyed again, but this is coming from me. And that's what feels so good, is that this is coming from me because I am willing to see and accept what is being offered from these friends and family who are serving not only me, of course, but something way greater than themselves and me, the whole country. And so it's just made me reflect more on how I am showing up for my family, the community, the country, the world. And I do think about this a lot. But it really, I think it's only really possible to do that if you are grateful for those who are serving you in any way. And it is a little hard to compare to the military who are making the ultimate sacrifice. But really, anything we are doing consciously to make the world a better place does have great value. So it's something that should not at all be discounted, and it should be something that we are really proud of. So the things that I am proud of that are going to be my legacy, that I want to be known for, are being so I am a very connected parent. I take my job as a mother very, very seriously. And that's why I only have one child, and I'm not making a judgment against other people who have more than one child, but I knew that I could not give as much attention to more than one. And so that's my whole reason for aligning with attachment parenting, is making sure that I am parenting from the heart. And I know that what I'm doing, I'm responsible for how he is raised. I homeschool him. We're with each other all the time. So largely this is on me. This is on me, where other kids might be more influenced by kids at school and by the school system. This is my responsibility. Running low on battery, but I'm going to finish up soon. So anyway, I am responsible for raising an emotionally healthy young man who is going to be doing awesome things in the world. And I know at some point I won't have as much of an influence, but I know this time with him is important. I also show up very strongly and stand up for nature and the earth. So I will do the most inconvenient things, like bagging my own groceries at the car. So I'm like bagging twice, putting them in the cart, and then bagging them at the car to not waste bags. And anyway, there's other things that I do, and I don't need a badge for it or anything, but I'm just telling you and am proud of what I do to stand up for the earth. I will always do that. And I'm hoping to make a bigger impact there in the future. I also feel very strongly about medical freedom and body sovereignty. And this is a sticky subject because in our pharma world, natural health practitioners get attacked quite often. And I am willing to stand up and shout it from the rooftops that what we have to say also has value. And so these are the things that I feel about very strongly and how I feel I am serving the community at large. So I want you to think about that too. Let me know in the comments, if you can, how you are serving selflessly, how you would like to be serving. I would love to be doing more volunteer work too, and want to make that more of a priority. But let me know what's on your heart, and I look forward to connecting with you. Take care, and I'll see you tomorrow.